Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 in our European Journeyman series at Brighton. Now last time out we did lose the EFL Cup final, not a massive surprise, we did very well to even reach that point. But it was disappointing that we lost to a penalty. That is quite a frustrating way to lose a cup final. But we're going to have to turn our attention back to the league today because we've got huge games against 5th place Everton and then 2nd place Swansea. So this could pretty much tie up our place at the top of the league. Certainly it would pretty much tie up our automatic promotion to the Premier League. But they're important games that we do need to win. We do have 4 straight home games because we then have Bristol City, who are a bit further down the table in 16th, before finishing with an FA Cup quarter-final against Premier League Sunderland. So that will be a big game because hopefully we can go back to Wembley just a few weeks having already been there. And as a Championship club, that is quite some feat. But we do have to try and hopefully get that perfect episode today because that's just what we need to recover from that cup final defeat. Now the team that we're going to put out against Everton is a bit of a tired one, but I think they'll get the job done. It's made up of Coupadon, Pospisil and Bueno up front with Beccaria and Morris in midfield. It's then Marin, Pask, Andres, Lambeze and Fernandez in the back line with Amego in goal. Marin with the throw in, over the half an hour gone in this game. He's found Pask in the box, now Coupadon, and he's fouled by Tom Davies. He's already on a yellow card, but it looks like he might escape a second, or is he? The referee is coming over to Davies. And there's the second yellow card. We get a penalty and a red card here in the first highlight. Can we get the goal that will put us ahead and surely see us get a win against Everton? 5th place Everton as well, so it's a big match in terms of dispatching another promotion rival, and he's hit the woodwork. Coupadon following up has missed an open goal. What was that from the team? Hitting the woodwork from the penalty spot and then missing a pretty much open goal on the rebound. Maybe this isn't going to be such a clean-cut win, even if we are playing 10 men. That was absolutely terrible, showing maybe that confidence is a little bit down in the team. Well, there's just 15 minutes left now. We're still trying to push for this goal. We've had so many shots, but only that one highlight for the penalty. There's not really a lot I can do because we don't have the kind of players on the bench that we would like. Too many are injured or suspended or just out at the moment because their fitness isn't high enough. But 2 minutes left. It's going to be a really frustrating draw. Nearly 20 shots, but only one highlight, and that was a penalty. That is not a good return from a team that is supposed to be trying to win the league. And we've missed the opportunity to beat 10 men. Really, really poor from the team. The assistant manager is telling me that to be positive with them. There's no chance of me being positive when they put in a result like that. That's just really bad. And it means that the gap at the top is reduced to 6 points. Not a bad position to be in. If we beat Swansea, we'll go back 9 points clear. And we're still 12 points clear of Norwich. But it's just not the result that I wanted. Well, here is that top of the table clash against Swansea. The team still not yet fully recovered. Our schedule's been a little bit intensive with the cup runs thrown in there as well. And that'll continue for quite some week with the alternating games until we get to about Gillingham. And that's if we go out of the FA Cup against Sunderland. So quite difficult times at the moment. Hopefully the team will be able to catch their breath a little bit after this game. But this is the most important one since the cup final. We're going to be playing a very similar team, if not the exact same team as the last game, with Coupadon, Pospisil and Bueno up front. Beccaria and Morris are still in midfield, with Marin, Pask, Andres, Lambeze and Fernandez the back line. Amego in goal. Current injuries to 2 of our main front 3, and Bom and Frias both injured at the moment, which isn't ideal. Hopefully they will come back soon because we could do with the extra reinforcements on the bench, but it is making me regret not really bringing anybody in the transfer window. But I wanted to save that money for the Premier League, and I'm pretty sure we will be returning there even with the lack of reinforcements. Well, we're nearly at the half-time whistle and nothing has happened until this highlight, and Pask has given away the ball. Gerrard's in on goal, but he puts it into the side netting. That's Swansea's first effort of the game. We have shut them out, but they've also pretty much shut us out as well. And it's turning into one of those sort of games where you're hoping for a really exciting top-of-the-table clash, but instead you're just getting a bored draw with both sides too cagey to really go for it. I mean, that's not the way I'm intending to play, but it is how the players are performing. Cooper loses the ball to Pospisil. He's through on goal and it's a good save from Atanga. Pospisil maybe could have run that a bit further, but he has at least got us a corner out of pretty much nothing straight from the second half. Bueno puts it in. Morris is there with a header and Atanga gets the cross to stop it again, but that is a lot better from the team. Tete sends the ball into Gerard. He's then tackled there. I thought that was going to be a penalty the way that we went in. Here's Field through to Gerard. He's in on goal and he's put it over the bar. Twice there I thought we were going to go down. First when the challenge went in the penalty area, and then second I thought I was surely going in the top corner. Tete with a free kick. Swansea trying to get something from this game. Carmona honours the substitute, gets the ball away. Tete following around, then tackled well by Marin, who could maybe launch counter-attack. He's got a man over to his right, but he's lost the ball to Sessignon, who then loses it to Pask as well. Coupadon back to Marin, trying to settle the game down a bit here. Carmona onto Coupadon again. Now Pospisil to Bueno. Been anonymous today, the front three. Here's Carmona to Coupadon over the top. Marin's in behind and he's gone for it, but absolutely lashed it wide under pressure from the tackle. There are just a couple of minutes left now as it looks like we're going to be eking out another home draw. 2 in a row isn't great, but at least we haven't suffered defeat. A defeat today would have closed the gap down to 3 points. As it is, it's going to remain 6, but it could have been 9. Those are the sort of differences that these head-to-head matches can really make. But frustrating that for the second game in a row we have just failed to really get going, and it looks like this cup final defeat has really knocked the confidence of the team somewhat. I'm still going to keep having a go at them because it does fire them up, and that's what we need them to be, fired up. But now with 9 games remaining, we are still 6 points clear at the top, 13 points clear of Norwich, who lost to Oxford today. So that looks pretty much sewn up that we will be returning to the Premier League. It's just about whether we can hold off Swansea to the end of the season. Well, we're now at a point where we haven't won a match for 3 games. That happened to us last time that we had a tough EFL Cup match. We had that draw with Bradford in the FA Cup and then lost to United before drawing with Leeds. That's the only other time that we've gone 3 games. We've never gone 4 games without a win in charge of Brighton. So that could happen today if we don't beat 18th placed Bristol City. We really should be beating them. 2 home games in a row that we've failed to win is not good, and if we make that 3 against a team like this, we are in serious trouble. So we're going to be sticking with the same team that have failed us in the last 2 games, mainly because we just don't have any other option. They are at least a bit more fit than they have been recently, and they'll get even more fit by next weekend because they'll have a little bit more of rest time. And I'm hoping that will recover their form. I mean, the majority of the players are still above a 7-point average, some of them quite far above it, so they should be getting wins, but it's just the way the game goes sometimes. Now, the team we're putting out here is made up of Pospisil, Coupadon and Bueno up front, with Beccaria and Gennaro coming into midfield for a suspended Max Morris. Marin is at left wing back, Fernandez at right wing back, with Pask, Andres and Lambeze in the back line and Amego in goal. Fernandez throws it into Lambeze. Ball over the top is speculative and easily dealt with by Bristol. Keeper sends it long, but cut out by Lambeze. Maybe could have controlled that header a bit more, but he has got possession. Gennaro plays it inside to Beccaria. Now Coupadon to Bueno, and he's just given the ball away there. Bueno, he's really just looked off the boil for quite some time. He has the ball again now. What can he do this time? Loses it once more, but now Coupadon onto Beccaria, round the corner for Fernandez. He's in on goal, 2 at the back stick if he needs them, and he's flashed it across the goal, but nobody there to touch it home. Free kick comes in from Pospisil. It's a great ball to find Bueno. He's got a bunch of players in the box. He drills it hard and low. Lambeze's there, and the centre-back is the man to stick it into the top corner. The 4th time he's got a goal this season, and we finally score for the first time in 3 games. Kaputska sends the ball on to Brian. He tries to put the cross in, and Amego does get there ahead of McWilliams. Amego now looking for an outlet, sends it to Pask at the left centre-back position. Pospisil back to Marin. Again, back to Pask. Options in the middle, Gennaro, Beccaria, Pospisil. What a ball that is. Fernandez gets onto it as well, skips the tackle, still going, and it's just saved by Miguel. But a very good run and pass to find him as well. Corner being taken by Bueno, looking for Andres. Header comes down, picked up by Fernandez, but nothing coming of it. Beccaria with the free kick. We've played that ball again to Bueno on the outside. He pulls it back. Fernandez is in there, and he becomes the second defender to get a goal today. 2-0. That same move working for us again. The little ball down to Bueno. A well-worked move, and 2-0 up. Marin with the throw finds Coupadon. Now Gennaro to Bueno. Right before half-time here. It'd be a great time to get a third goal. Coupadon's pass doesn't work, but Becaria's does. Pospisil in, and it's ricocheted from the defender to the keeper and out, but very nearly an own goal. Fernandez with the throw-in. Comes to Lambeze. Now Beccaria. Back to Gennaro. Now Lambeze again. Gennaro all the way back to Fernandez. Now Gennaro. Lambeze through to Bueno. Gives the ball away there. It's sent all the way forward. Amego has it. Sends it out wide. Fernandez to Gennaro. Again over to Beccaria. Now Coupadon to Pospisil. Big tackle there. Coventry tries to send it forward. Andres has it. There's a little bit of a shaky touch there. Beccaria to Marin. Over the top. Coupadon heads it on. Bueno brings it down. He's in on goal. And he does finish it. He's been actually instrumental today in both of the goals with assists. And then he scores the third one as well. Proving me a little bit wrong about his performances recently. He has been contributing quite heavily to the team. Late corner here for Bristol, but I don't think it's going to do them any good. Lambeze brings it away. It's a huge counter-attack on it. It's about 6-on-2 at the minute, but that's a poor ball and Smith won't get there. It's been a very good win for us today, getting back to our usual selves after 3 games without one. It's not been the episode that I expected it to be up to now with the 2 draws against Everton and Swansea, but this win does go away to improving our situation. It'll also maintain our position at the top. I doubt it will extend it, and Swansea did indeed beat Huddersfield 2-1, so it remains a 6-point gap, but we're still looking odds on for the title as things stand. Well, it's time for one of the biggest games of our season now, as we are at home against Sunderland, playing for a place in the FA Cup semi-finals. The only big team left in is now Chelsea. Bournemouth knocked out Spurs in the last 16, and Chelsea have since knocked out Liverpool in the quarterfinals. So Chelsea, the only big team left in here. And if we beat Sunderland today, I have a lot of hope about us making the final of the FA Cup and being able to make the final of the League Cup and the FA Cup in the same season in the Championship would be one of those really weird accomplishments that I'd be very, very proud of. Now, we are benefiting today from the return of Samuel Frias up front. We've also had plenty of rest since our 3-0 win, which means that the team's pretty much fully fit as well. So we're looking a lot better now, and confidence is again quite high after that 3-0 win. And we need to take that into this game against a struggling Sunderland. They're down in the relegation area in a bit of a relegation dogfight, so we need to capitalise on that. We're going to be playing with Coupadon and Bueno alongside Frias up front. Pospisil hasn't been great for us, and he has been dropped. Beccaria is still partnered by Gennaro because Morris is still suspended. Marin, Lambeze, Andres, Pask and Fernandez are the back line, with Amego in goal. Kubas takes the free kick. I think that's the Kubas that used to play for us. Zecchini to Cowie. Now Miguel trying to take it down the left. He's tackled there. I thought that was going to be another penalty. Bueno, though, is released, attacking Sunderland. 2 players to his left. He's looking for Marin, the third player arriving. He's going to the box, and Usman has brought him down. We've got a penalty. Now, our last penalty didn't exactly go to plan. We've suffered a penalty in a cup competition in the final of the EFL Cup. Can we this time hopefully capitalise on it? Usman is not getting any further punishment. I was hoping he might get a cheeky red card there as well. But we've got a penalty 3 minutes in, and Bueno does dispatch it. We are 1-0 up with 22% possession in the first 2 minutes. Excellently finished by Bueno, and we could have another giant killing on our hands. Stanchik sends the ball forward. Header won by Pask. Boskert brings it down. Marin with an ineffective tackle there. Tries to go for a second and misses again. Now Nezovic over to Zecchini. Graham's in there, but it's well saved by Amego. A very hard hit shot there, but Amego tipping it wide well. Zecchini puts the corner in, and it's headed out by the team. Bueno chasing after it, actually. He's only got 1 defender ahead of him, a second one gaining on him here. But he's got 2 players to his left, but he can't get the cross in. Kubas with a free kick. He's got plenty of players to aim for. The header comes to Deckers, and it's hit the post. Sunderland again quite close to getting the equaliser. At the moment, we are hanging on. Beccaria's free kick, pretty much half time here, and there's a foul in there from Graham. We've got another penalty, and we are benefiting for some very fortunate decisions here. Apparently there was a push in the area, but we've got a chance 2-0 on the stroke of half-time. This would surely sink Sunderland. Fernandes takes this one, and he's put it down the middle. We're 2-0 up against Sunderland. 2 penalties have done it for us. We've not even really been the better team today, but we have got a 2-0 lead over Premier League Sunderland in the FA Cup quarter-finals at half-time. This is just outrageous, our cup runs this season. Over an hour gone in this game, and we just seem to be the better team at the moment. Our team is holding up really well. They've made 3 substitutions, and none of them are really improving the team very much. Their fitness levels really dropping as well, while we seem to be holding out quite well. Our form across every player is doing well. 20 minutes to go, 5 shots, 5 on target, and over 60% possession against a Premier League team. Quite remarkable. We've got a free kick here. Andres to Ganero. Plenty of players to his right. He pushes it out to Beccaria. Slipped into Coupenon. He finds Frias. He's back from injury and has hit the post. That could have absolutely killed it for us. So close there to a goal on his return, Frias. But with less than 10 minutes to go, it looks like we're going to be heading to Wembley again for an FA Cup semi-final. This is such an incredible run of games that we've had. I mean, the draws have been quite good in the FA Cup, to be fair. We haven't had a real difficult one. And in the EFL Cup, we certainly earned our place in that final, taking out Chelsea and Manchester United over 2 legs. We don't have any 2-legged ties to worry about this time. We've just taken out Sunderland in the FA Cup. I think the FA Cup draw is tomorrow, so we can watch that in just a second. Well, here is the draw for the FA Cup semi-finals. As I told you before, Chelsea the only really big team left in there. Leicester would be good to avoid as well. Really, we want that Bournemouth draw, but most importantly, we want the home dressing room at Wembley. Now, the first team out the hat, we do have a home dressing room. We're the first team out, and the only championship team left in the competition last round and now this round. Who are we going to play at Wembley in the FA Cup semi-final? It's Bournemouth. We get the draw that we wanted in the dressing room we wanted. That is the ideal situation. If we get past Bournemouth, we will have a final against Chelsea or Leicester, and we've already beaten Chelsea this season. Bournemouth currently in 9th place in the Premier League. Chelsea top of the Premier League, bearing in mind that we have already beaten them. And then where are Leicester? Down in 12th place. So Bournemouth currently doing a little bit better than Leicester, still not that well. But I'm really hopeful we could be making a second major cup final in our first season in the Championship. This is just absolutely unreal. I can't remember ever having a cup run quite this just unplausible, really. But we are on our way to finishing this season in some real style. But that is going to be it for this episode. Do drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Next time out, we'll be taking on West Ham, Bradford, Bolton and Gillingham in some more compelling Championship games to try and wrap up that title. And then the episode after that is the FA Cup semi-final. So if that isn't reason to subscribe as a team in the Championship, I don't know what is. But until next time, see ya.